What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF, back one time for your mind. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF, the real Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys could donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel. It's down there strolling below the screen, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, man. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Make sure you guys hit the like button and make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. All right. People, let's get into it, man. You know, I just want to say this before I even get into this live stream. Hope everybody having a blessed Saturday. But listen, excuse me. I want to say this before I even get started, because listen, we only probably about 2 weeks away from the election, presidential election, where we actually vote. Listen, I don't know where they be getting these black people from, but I'm getting very, very sick and tired of their propping up these ignorant ass black folks, because black people, somehow black people is actually intentionally being used as props, and like they're intentionally being fed misinformation, and then they're prounce that let these black folks go up and get these interviews, and actually at the end of the day really genuinely make all black people seem like we're stupid. Excuse me. Like genuinely. Like it genuinely comes off as that black people are this fucking ignorant and we don't really know anything about politics. They talk to the most ignorant ass black folks that have I ever seen that talks about politics. These are well misinformed people. Some of these black folks that we get ready to hear. Excuse me. You can't talk about politics if you don't genuinely, and I mean genuinely have a understanding how shit works. Right? Like how policy works, who passes what, how many votes you need for this and that. You can't have a fucking excuse me, people. Excuse me. You can't have a genuine conversation with people that are badly misinformed. Right? Listen. I don't want to disrespect our people in this way of that we're uneducated, right? Some of us are just really misinformed. We don't know shit, but they prop some of us up and push us out there in the media and say, go. What's your thoughts? Like, their thoughts actually make sense about politics or policies or how the country really works or who passes bills and how bills get passed. What is a good policy and what is not a good policy? How would that policy affect you or others around you? These people are misinformed. We're going to start off with the one shit that really annoyed me. Excuse me, people. God damn it. That this really annoyed me because I had this conversation or this live stream before of a lot of black men got upset because Barack Obama called some of them out. The ones that's sitting their ass at home, ain't gonna vote, or the ones that, listen, me, myself, I have no problem which way you gonna vote. If you stupid enough to vote for a racist, that's on you, bruh. But that's who he was talking about. He was not talking about stupid Trump supporters, stupid black Trump supporters. Because they're stupid, and they're getting something out of that, right? If it's attention, or if it's money, or whatever it is, any coon that does anything with racists, you have to know that they're getting something out of siding with racists. I mean, that's just a given. But so they was in Philly, MSNBC goes into a black barbershop and talks to some black men. And these black men, some of them is just ignorant as fuck. And one dude seemed like he got in his feelings about what Barack Obama said. And most likely, Negro, he was talking about you. I didn't get offended. Because he wasn't talking about me. But anyway, let's move on.
Days left until Election Day. Vice President Kamala Harris, potentially the first female president, remains locked in a fierce battle with the first former president to be found liable for sexually abusing a woman. The crucial fault line of this election has come into sharp relief. It is about gender.
And mind you,
now,
what she just said, that's all you need to know. Listen, if you got daughters, if you got women in your family that you care about, a wife, a girlfriend, mother, sisters, girl cousins, female friends of yours, nieces, why would you vote for Trump? Because integrity matters. Who a person is matters. And so I didn't need to hear any policies, even though I know the policies. I made my decision very, very clear years ago. I said if Trump ever ran again, I didn't give a fuck who the Democrat Party person that was going to be running for president. I was voting for him. Listen, January 6th wasn't one of the reasons of why I was like, hey, you know, I ain't voting for Trump. I wasn't voting for Trump because he's a racist. It didn't matter what Trump did. It didn't matter if he had good policies for black people or not. Like, I didn't give a fuck about that. It didn't matter about his policies. He's a racist. I know this for a fact. It is no shit that I'm assuming, oh, I just don't like Trump. No. He's a racist. He's a sexist. He's a sexual assaulter. He's a traitor to the fucking country for what he did on January 6th, riled them people up like that. Tried to overturn the fucking election. Like, come on, bro. You lost. Take your old ass home. Oh, I'm sorry. You go home. You can't get no pussy because Melania don't sleep in the same room with you. Excuse me. And so that's all I needed to hear. I didn't even need to hear all this other stuff Trump did. I really genuinely didn't. I knew I wasn't going to vote for Trump. Right? Like, he's a racist. So I didn't need to hear this. For some odd reason, some people in America need to hear all this shit about this man. No, he's a racist. And if you don't think he's a racist, most likely you are one. Let's just be clear about that. Or you're a sellout. Or you're okay with racists. You pick your poison or whatever you fall into. Nobody can. You can't tell me somebody ain't a racist when you get sued for not allowing black people to live in your building. And did it on purpose. They had evidence of this nigga doing this shit, him and his daddy. And this motherfucker still out here talking about, well, he gave money to Jesse Jackson. Hey, man, you don't understand the difference between a full-blooded racist and a racist that like to hide their racism when they can? They still racist. I basically call them in a closet racist. It's like a racist white person. Well, I got black friends, but you still a racist. What that mean? And it's like somebody, white people said, I think you're a little bigot. And I'd be like, hey, well, they be like, I think you're a little bigot towards white people or some shit. I'd be like, no, I got white friends. You know what I would say if somebody said that to me? I think you're being bigoted towards white people. How? Prove it. I never said I hated white people. I never said I want to be segregated from white people. I'm not saying only black people get these type of jobs and, you know what I mean, we don't want white people working with me. I don't like white people around me. You never heard me say that. So you can't say I'm a bigot. But I would not say, come out, somebody said that to me and be like, oh, no, how that's that? I got white friends. You know how insulting that is? Like, that's supposed to mean something because you got white friends. So, you can still have white friends and be phony towards them. You can have black friends and still be a racist. You can have white friends and still be a bigot. You can still not like white people. You just like certain white people. But overall, you think all white people are the same. So that means you're still a fucking bigot. Like, come on, stop. Like, stop with the dumbass shenanigans. But anyway, let's move on.
Now, Democrats have been losing ground among a key voting bloc, men of color, particularly black men, for years. And the polls show that erosion will likely worsen this November. It is something President Barack Obama has repeatedly called out.
Hold on, and let me just say this. I did some research, right? And I come to find out the real reason why black men, it seems like it's a lot of black men going towards Trump and shit like that. It's because number one, a lot of them getting paid off. But believe it or not, the percentage of black voters, black men voters, are not voting at all. They're not voting at all. Listen, black people don't really vote like that. I listen, people, it hurts me to say it, but it's just a fact. Black people don't really vote. They just don't. You down there, you gotta down there pull black people out their houses and make them go vote. Like, seriously. You try to go up there, try to get certain black people to register to vote, they be like, man, look, I got shit to do today. Like, that's how black people are. I'm gonna say a lot of black people. I ain't gonna say some, but I mean, I ain't gonna say all, but some black people or a lot of black people, they like that. Listen, I always tell y'all, it's mad crazy. Now that's why I look at white voters, right? Like Trump voters. You know they're emboldened by racism. Or Trump supporters, period. Like, they're emboldened by the racism. Because listen, Republicans, white Republicans, they be very, very, like, back in the day from what I knew, right? From a lot of white voters, white Republican voters, right? They'll never tell you who they voting for. They won't have signs and shit out their house. They don't do that. They like very solid, quiet with their shit. But now they're emboldening. Black people always been the same. We just don't vote like that. We have to be very, very motivated and pushed to go vote. So what I found out was we're just not voting like we used to. It seems that way, but we're really not voting like that. So that's why it seems like, oh, well, Trump is getting all these black men votes and they're getting a lot of black votes or whatever. It's not really that. It's just that black people that normally would vote or didn't vote really like that or normally would vote like that, they're not voting as much because they're not like, it's nothing gravitating to them to vote or whatever reason. People work too hard. However you want to look at it. It's all types of reasons. But black people are just not voting like they used to. You have to motivate, you have to damn near push and pull black people to go vote. A lot of us. I'm just saying that on real talk. But the percentage of what Democrats get for as black voters is still there. The percentage went down because they're not voting as much. I mean, we're not voting as much. But anyway, let's move on.
Called out. Earlier this month, Obama asked black men in Pittsburgh if they just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. But it is not just black men. Young white men, especially those without a college degree, overwhelmingly support Trump. And Trump has expanded his outreach to non-college educated black and Latino men.
And now let me just say this too. It doesn't shock me that white men that are, some white men that are not, have college degrees or some shit like that, right? White men without college degrees. If you talk to some of them, right, it's not that they're, like, let me just say this too, right? I'll tell you that Trump supporters are stupid because they're racist. That's why I think that, right? That's why I call Trump supporters stupid, because they're, especially the white voters, they're stupid because they're racist. All racist people are stupid to me. I'm just sorry. If you're a sellout, you stupid to me. I like it doesn't make any sense of why you even siding with racist shit. So like it's just stupid to me. So I call you stupid. That's the real reason. It's not about the education, right? I didn't go to college. Listen, I know about politics more than motherfuckers that went to college, right? Like I'm very, very in tune in politics. I know how policies work. I know how bills work. I know how, foreign shit goes, like, domestic, foreign shit goes with allies and shit like that, and even our enemies, right? I know how policies work outside of America as well. Like, I know what the president can and can't do. I know the vice president can and can't do. I know this shit. I study this shit. And I didn't go to college. So when they do that shit, they put there and they say white men without college degrees vote more for Trump. That's not shocking to me. And listen, it doesn't mean that they're misinformed as far as like policies and shit, right? They're just misinformed about that the country. Listen, I don't want to speak for white people, but some white people, they're just ignorant to, they don't care about policies like you think, right? They pretend and they say it, but they really genuinely don't care about it. They look at race. A lot of it comes from religion. So it's not about the policies. So that's why they always like to bring up, oh, these white male voters without college degrees. It's almost trying to say they're just stupid because they ain't got no college degree. It's not that. It's that they're just racist, right? Or they're just very fucking religious and they're in the cult. So that's all that is. It's not that they uneducated, because they probably know about policies just like I do. They're probably very informed with policies. They just don't care. Their racism means more. That's all. And that's like even with people that don't have college degrees in any race. It's not that we're uneducated. It's just people are not informed with politics. They don't know how that shit really genuinely works. They get their education, if you want to say, or they do their so-called homework by watching mainstream media networks, or they on fucking Facebook getting bad information. So you get what I mean? Like, people, the internet is fucking these people up. It's like people got lazy. The internet has made a lot of people lazy. We don't even want to think for ourselves anymore. So somebody that's very, like, relatable in a way of your stupidity, right? Of your way of thinking, like a Trump, they're gonna have that connection with Trump because Trump don't read either. Trump just sees some shit that he like and he'll just throw that shit out there and be like, this true. And motherfuckers be like, well, Trump said it's true. He was the former president. He was a businessman, but they don't even do their research on Donald Trump being a bad businessman. How many bankruptcies he's had? They talking about that happens a lot. No, it doesn't. Not to people that know what the fuck they're doing. Listen, you may get one, maybe two bankruptcies, right? Claims. And be successful. But if you start getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bankruptcy, nigga, you don't know what you're doing. Or you spending way too much money on shit and not realizing what you can bring back in. Right? Like, you have to understand that. That's why if you ever see rich people, some rich people in a way, they don't look like they're rich because, and they're very frugal. They stingy because they don't want, listen, the less they gotta pay, the more money they get. They want to receive money. They don't want to keep spending all this money. Trump don't give a fuck about that. He's not a good businessman. But anyway, let's move on.
Men as well. Yesterday, I spoke to a group of black men at Kenny's Barbershop in West Philadelphia about the issue that might decide this election: gender. Obama made remarks on the campaign trail. He was at a stop, I think at Pittsburgh, right? And he said, I think there's some brothers out there who are on the fence and they're saying it's because of this or that, but I think, I'm paraphrasing here, but it's because they have a problem electing a woman as president. And they're making excuses basically for that, but that's the issue. And black women have gotten our backs for so long.
And listen, and let me just say this too, right? I know a lot of black men don't want to admit this. When you see a very successful black woman that comes off that like she doesn't need no man, that actually turns black men off. Right? Or a black woman crossing a line in a way of acting like she can do what you can do. Right? In certain things. Right? And listen, I'm not trying to shit on all black women, but listen, some black women be out of pocket. They cross lines that they shouldn't do with black men. They do. It's like some black women, not all, some black women has like lost their compassion for black men of the pain and the suffering we've been through. And sometimes when women, some of them do that, it make black men like, man, fuck that. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. So it's so many different reasons of why you see black men not really, well, some black men really not, like, want to get behind Vice President Harris. And it's not really her. It's the women that they have interacted with. So that has an effect on them when they see this black woman. It just reminds of this this woman that maybe is like exactly what I said, that treated him that way or treated them that way. And that's all that is. But like I said, you have to, you can't group all black women like the same, right? Listen, I always say about black women, listen, they're a little more aggressive than they used to be, right? Like, but I actually like it a little bit because I like a black woman that's like, look, I don't really listen, I want you, but I don't really need you. Right? Like I want somebody that want to be with me than a black woman that needs me. Right? If that makes any sense. And it should be vice versa for a dude. I should, I don't want this woman to need me. And I'm just talking about financial this way, right? But you can say this for everything, but I don't want no black woman that need me. I want her. I want her. It's a reason I want this black woman. I don't want her because she needs me. Or I need her. No, I want you. It's a difference, people. And I think some black men and some black women don't understand that dynamic. And that's why it's been a clash for years with black men and black women clashing. That's why you see the disrespect from black men. You see the disrespect from black women, how they treat some black men. Or some black women treat some black men. Like, it's just, it's almost time for us to sit the fuck down and have a real conversation amongst us, black men and black women. Because we got to stop crossing these lines and disrespecting us, each other. Like, genuinely. We got to understand, we shouldn't need each other. We should want each other. And then as you get together, then you need each other. Because then that's when that love come in. I need that love. I love that he loved me. I love that he need me. I should want you. You should want me. It shouldn't be that I need you, you need me when we first get together or some shit. Like, nah. I don't need you. I pay my own bills. Like, I like women like that. And I hope a woman would like a man like that, pay his own shit. He don't need her to help him pay his shit. I think we gotta just really start looking at each other as equals first, and then we can get into the other shit. But that's what's going on. That's what's wrong with a lot of us. My truly genuine opinion.
They've raised us up, they've helped us out, and it's time for you to show up for Kamala. And I just wonder for anybody who heard that, like, what they thought of that.
I was deeply offended. And it felt like a moment where it's like, you N-words better get in line and do what we say. And it felt like him as the czar of the Democratic Party coming down to say, go get these N-words in line. And the general tone of it was disgusting. It was abhorrent. I don't respect it. I didn't like nothing about it.
Well, listen, bro, he must have been talking about you. Because he wasn't talking about all black men. Okay? You know how I know he wasn't talking about all black men? Because, listen, more black men is voting for Vice President Harris than Trump. So we know he ain't talking about all black men. He talking about some of you niggas like you. If you was offended, good. If you was disgusted by what he said, good. You should feel that way. Yes, as you should feel ashamed because you feel that way. Because I didn't feel that way. Because he wasn't talking to me. At this point, I don't really give a fuck what some of these black men that got offended with Barack said. I hope you was offended. I hope it made you feel a certain type of way. Because there's white racists over here saying all types of shit about black people. And I don't see y'all that upset about that shit. All Barack said, hey man, what's going on with some of my brothers? Y'all act like y'all don't want to see a woman in charge. Y'all got a problem with that. He was actually calling out some of us being male chauvinists. And we ain't even recognizing it. I'm a man's man. Listen, bro, all that tough Tony shit I'm a man type shit, nigga, you show that you're a man. You know how you show that you're a man and you about standing up? Stand up for women when they need you to stand up. This is the time where you supposed to stand up for women. We ain't got time to be sitting around for some punk ass black men sitting there acting like, oh, I was offended with what Barack Obama said to me. It was disgusting. Nigga, women out here dying in the parking lot, nigga, because they can't get abortion care. Because they overturned Roe v. Wade in the states, some of the states in these red states are putting bans on that shit, damn near. And you want to talk about how Barack Obama made you feel upset. Man, fuck out of here. If you listen, you must ain't listen to what he said. Listen, if you wanted to take it as saying, yeah, you need to stick behind the sister niggas, come on. Yeah, I hope you felt that way. You got this white orange Cheeto motherfucker sitting there questioning her blackness. A white man. Ain't nothing black about him. He ain't got nothing. Be like, oh, Trump got a little black in him. Nothing. And you sitting there mad because Barack Obama called you out, but this motherfucker is calling out her blackness. It should offend you. And then look, he's a light-skinned nigga. You know he mixed with some hypersensitive ass niggas. You worried about the wrong thing. You offended by the wrong thing. You niggas better get in line. Yes! That's the problem with some of you niggas. You can't get on code. You want me to put it to some of you black Negroes? What he was telling y'all in some hood terms, niggas, get your ass on code. This ain't the time for that bullshit. He was actually nice about it. All dignity and shit. Sick of some of you Negroes, man. Then you got a nerve to get on the national platform and speak like you so hurt. When that orange Cheeto motherfucker is questioning a black woman's blackness. Just like they did to him. He did the same thing to Barack. And nigga, you sitting there with that bullshit. You more offended that a black man tell you, hey, brothers, what the fuck? Some of my brothers, what the fuck are y'all doing? You more offended by that. See, the problem with some of our black people, everybody want to be a chief but don't know how to be an Indian. You can't be a chief unless you was an Indian first. You niggas can't lead shit if you don't know how to follow. Or get your ass on code. But everybody want to be a leader. Everybody want to be a motherfucking chief. Fuck out of here, man. Let's move on.
Nothing about it. And Kamala, 2 days after that, is like, we love our black men. We had programs and things that we're rolling out for them, and she rolled out policy.
Good cop, bad cop. You know, because
I'm tired of the good cop, bad cop. I'm tired of it.
Black men have
You tired of that, but you ain't tired of this racist orange motherfucker questioning black people's blackness. Listen, you can disagree with policies and strategies from black Democratic leaders or whatever, however you want to look at it. You can be upset about all that, but you're not more upset that an orange Cheeto looking motherfucker is questioning not one, but two black people that identify as black and they biracial and they black. They identify as that. But they embrace their other part of their heritage, but the Brock identifies black. We all know that. We know that Vice President Harris recognized that she's black. You have no problem with that. That he's doing that to two of our own. This is what I mean by being on code. Black people got this thing of everybody has a fucking opinion in the community. Some of y'all don't have a fucking, you shouldn't have an opinion because you ain't qualified to have an opinion. Because the number one reason is you don't know how to stay on code. Listen, I have a real big issue with a nice majority of black people speaking on shit when you don't get on code when you're supposed to. You don't have to listen, what black person do you know that you 100% agree with? You don't agree with damn near more than half of the people in your own family all the time. So why would you this whole notion that black people got this thing, oh, we get to criticize them because they're doing something a little different than we are. But it's a code that we're supposed to stay on. Regardless of what somebody's doing over here and we doing this here, it's a code. We get that eye, that look. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you're black. If you love your people like you say you do, you know certain shit we don't let slide. We know certain shit when nigga, hey, nigga, give you that look, nigga. Let's get on code. Oh, I'm sorry. In 2024, going into 2025, some of you black Negroes has lost your way. You must have forgot. Oh, I'm sorry, you're just misinformed. You niggas can't stay on code for shit. Soon Colin Kaepernick went away. You niggas went right back running to Massa watching football. But then you want to sit there and talk about Barack Obama. You can't stay on code, nigga. I love me some football. How about you love your blackness first, nigga? Stand up for what's right. You worrying about a motherfucking football season, the game. Listen, people, you know the impact that black people could have had on the NFL? If we just would have just got on code and stopped watching that shit, the change that could have happened. You know what happened? They brought in some token niggeros like Jay-Z and black people like, well, at least they did a little something. But they went back to doing their racist shit. They went back to doing that racist shit. They went back, they got back on code. They went back to do exactly what they've been doing from the beginning. Nothing changed. Them Negroes is still out there running around. like a bunch of slaves. Ain't nothing changed. You know why? Because some of you Negroes, or a lot of you Negroes, got back to getting your ass off code once again. And then you want to sit in and bitch about Barack Obama calling your bitch asses out. Fuck out of here. I ain't supporting no motherfucking NFL. They enslaving them niggas that's out there running around. Got them field niggas out there running. But you mad, you upset. Nigga, listen, I'm still upset some of you niggas are still out there watching football. I'm dead serious. But you know what I will do? Even though I'm upset at some of y'all, I get my ass back on code. Can you say you do the same? Some of you Negroes? No. You can't. Fuck out of here. Anyway, let's move on.
Have to be there for black women in the same way that black women have always been there for us as single parents, all that and more. And what he was ultimately trying to say is like, by not voting for Kamala Harris over basically somebody as a clown, it's almost like as a general disrespect.
But she's not the only person on the ballot. Women are discriminated.
First of all, and the brother is right. The one brother is right. Listen, it's humiliating to see black people siding with Trump. Yes, listen, people, I'm not a Democrat. I got my issues with the Democrat Party. But we're looking, you're talking about somebody like she's did this so much harm to the black community and said all this horrible shit to us. Or black men. Like, really, like, but this dude have said all types of gross shit about us and racist shit. And you just don't, it's like, we lost our damn, what the fuck is going on here? Let's go back a little bit.
As a clown, it's almost like as a general disrespect.
But she's not the only person on the ballot.
Women are discriminated
As people who, every day, all day long, we are having conversations across the city in all these states. I was having conversations last Thursday, and there was a young man, just turned 18. We got him registered to vote. He went and voted after the conversation, but he led his conversation with, I can't vote for Kamala because women are emotional. And many young men, so we all hear.
And who's raising these young men? You see one of them in the barbershop, that's probably raising young black men. Listen, let me explain something to you. Listen, for any man, especially some of you young niggas in the young generation of niggas, for y'all to ever call women emotional, nigga, some of y'all awfully, a lot of y'all awfully trying to look like women, dress like women, got pocketbooks and shit. You ever see yourselves in the face? How emotional, and record yourselves, nigga. Some of you little young Negroes. For that 18-year-old to say some shit, where he think he getting that shit from? Women are emotional. Nigga, have you seen these new niggas? Shit, you see this old brother in the barbershop all emotional because Barack called some black men out. I was highly offended. Nigga, that's emotional shit. What are you offended by? If he ain't talking to you, what are you offended by? Listen. let me just say this. I'm a Cancer. And the one thing about Cancers, a lot of people say that Cancers are very emotional. So people, sometimes my wife say, well, you being a little emotional and shit. I'm not. Like, for me, I look at it as passion. I'm very passionate about shit. But in a way, if I really want to be genuinely honest about it and look at it from my white point of view, she may be right. What the fuck do that, nigga? Listen, I'd rather to have somebody that's emotional, because that means that I know that they give a fuck. I can take that emotion and I can see that as some passion, or that person cares. I don't need a motherfucker to sit there and be nonchalant and act like they don't give a fuck about nothing. Listen, let me just say this too. We done had 46 presidents that was men. It's about time, dude, just like we said, for a black president. It's due for a woman to be president. Sorry. Listen, people, I wouldn't have voted for Nikki Haley, not because she's a woman. I wouldn't have voted for her because of her policies and she's a motherfucking hypocrite. It was reasons why I wouldn't vote for her. And I believe she's a racist. And she sided with racists. So it ain't got nothing to do with her being a female. If she was the Republican nominee. Shit, I probably would have voted for Liz Cheney. Hold on, let me think about it. Yeah, I'll vote for Liz Cheney over motherfucking, what's the bitch name? Nikki Haley. You gotta think about it. We know she'll sell out to her people, because she always have done it. We know she sell out black people. We know she sell out women. I'm not voting for her. But listen, it's time for a change. Listen, I am sick of seeing all these men in office. We need something new. Sorry to tell y'all. Why we gonna bring back some shit that we already seen already? We seen what Trump is capable of doing. Like I said, he's gonna go farther than that. Like I said, you think I'm lying? You're gonna fuck around and find out in 2 weeks. Just go ahead and play around. Keep thinking this shit is, they playing politics. No, this shit is deeper than politics at this point. We got racists that want to run the country again. It's one thing that we had some type of control of the racists. Now these motherfuckers are emboldened. They want to run for all types of seats in the country. They want to have all the power once again. And black men, some of you black men and black women, y'all tripping. I don't know why y'all think it's going to be okay. It's like you want to be a slave. Because that's what will happen to some of y'all. It won't happen to me, but I'm just saying, I'll die first. Like I told you, I could have never been a slave back in the day. I couldn't have lived in Jim Crow. I'd have been dead. Nigga, they would have killed me like Emmett Till or something. Like, God rest his soul. Fuck are you talking about? I don't want to be no slave. You're talking about the Democrats play games with the blacks. Okay, that's fine. That's a conversation we can have. But you're telling me you're looking at this racist like that's going to help our black asses? When has a racist ever helped us? That's my question to some of you black folks. When has a racist ever helped us? Here in America. When? Even with Lincoln punk ass. Lincoln and all that shit got black people involved. Go to war. Promised us we're going to get reparations. We're going to get some land. You know shit, right? What happened? None of that happened. That racist piece of shit, because he was a racist, he may have found a new outlook or whatever happened. He still wound up siding with racists, making a deal with them. You know, they gave them reparations. They gave all the slave owners reparations. Because all the slaves they was going to lose. Because we was property. We wasn't considered human beings. And some of you black people, you want to go back to that? Is that what you want? I don't think that's what you want. But if you do, you're going to fuck around and find out. Let's move on. I won't be here to see it. I tell you that.
Grown men.
Opinion of 118.
It's not one. You're missing the point. You're missing the point.
Women are discriminated against. I manage athletes. They're treated like objects. Women are paid less. We can't act like women are not treated unfair. Hold on, wait, let me finish. We can't act like there's not some truth in what he is saying.
I mean, Michelle Obama gave Barack a lot of credibility because if he
let me just say this too. The problem is with why this beige brother, this nigga look like Barack Obama. Never mind. The reason that some black men like him keep bringing up, oh, black men, we got mistreated. We all know that already. That ain't. We know that we get killed more. We know that we're more of a threat. We get that. But that's come with us being men. If you want to be this man, you understand the pressure that we have. So we just going to sit by and allow a racist ass white dude to disrespect our black women. Because that's all Donald Trump is doing. And you want to sit here and get mad at another black man for calling you out or calling certain people like you out for not getting behind a black woman. Listen, man. It ain't nothing like a black woman. I love me some black women. But listen, ain't nothing like them. Yeah, we got some fucked up ones, but listen, overall, I love me some black women. If you got this disdain for black women, something wrong with you, nigga. Every black man has been hurt by black women. We've been hurt by white supremacy. But like I said, I could forgive my black women before I forgive a racist. They're like this disdain that we have for, some of us have for black women. Black men, like, yo, what is wrong with y'all? You know what I love about, one thing I really genuinely love about black women, just one thing, right? I love if I'm speaking about a black issue, nigga, she can relate. But if you with some white woman, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. You listen, you love who you love. But you with somebody that's not black, you can't really be real about having that race conversation. You goddamn, they gotta sugarcoat it. When you with that black woman, you ain't got to sugarcoat none of that shit. The problem is the culture of black people We have took the culture of what a lot of black people. We have took the culture. Well, got taught the culture of white supremacy. Because they mistreat them white women. That's why you think white women are infatuated with black men. A lot of them. Why you think that? It always has been that. Because them white men mistreat them. And so all the same shit, the narrative, right, was to turn a black woman against the man for survival. Right? Then what happened? The black woman turns against the black man. Then the black man look at that shit as, bitch, you going against me? So now a lot of black men, through generations of this shit, has like, man, fuck that. Because we already got the system going against us, and then the system used some of our black women, well, a lot of our black women, to turn against us for their survival. So it almost seemed to black men in a way, some of us, that black women turned their back on us. I'm just telling y'all the truth. People may not want to hear this shit. Some black women ain't gonna want to hear this, some black men ain't gonna want to hear it. But it's the truth. I done watched this shit happen. I grew up in that shit. My father wasn't around because of my mama. Because the system used her. Got her hooked on drugs, all that shit. And she used it. They said, you can get the system, but hey, we give you more over here if you with that motherfucker. He can't. It's almost like if a dude got a chick and he got a lot of money, right? And a chick, she with a dude, he make okay money, keep their head above water. Here and there, he can buy her some nice things, here and there. But if she runs into a dude that got some money and showing her the luxury, like, you don't need that nigga. Come over here and fuck with me, girl. He can't do what I can do for you. Fuck that love. And that's all what happens to some of our black women. Fuck them black niggas. And the whole time, them black brothers that got locked up for selling dope or whatever the shit that they was doing back in the day, right? All that shit was to try to help the family. Gambling was illegal back then. They used to lock black men up for that shit. Do y'all know that? And now gambling now is legal. I believe any black man that has a record far as marijuana, all that shit should be scrubbed from their record. Or they should be out or something. Like, you get what I mean? Like, yo, that shit destroyed the community. And they did that shit on purpose. They put drugs and shit in our community. Our own government put that shit in our communities to destroy us. Because they did not like that we had rights. All right, you niggas got away with not being slaves no more. Now you want rights? Nah, we got to come up with a game plan to get these niggas back in control, to destroy them. Let's destroy their families again. And that's what happened. The problem with white society, they don't want to recognize that. And then black people, a lot of us, we didn't felt victim to this shit. And we don't even recognize that we're doing exactly what they planned for us to do to each other. We don't get it. You hear niggas all the time, nigga, I'm just trying to take care of my family. Nigga, back in the day, in the 80s, 70s and shit, even early 90s, niggas was like, yo, nigga, it's a community thing. Everybody, motherfuckers in the community was trying to help each other. It wasn't just about you. Everybody around you was struggling a little bit. Some had a little more than others. But we took care of each other in a way. Now this nigga, every nigga for themselves. It's even worse now. Like it happened in the 90s, in the late 80s, but it's even worse now. That's why black people can't get on code. I keep telling y'all that. Listen, this was all planned. They planned this shit. In 2024, while you see the disconnect from black men and black women, or you see some people in the black community doing coonery shit, this shit is all planned. You watch the Little Dirks of the world. This nigga life is over. All the talent he had, everything he still have it. That shit is over. Nigga, listen, let me just explain something to y'all. All Little Dirk had to do was say, look, we ain't sliding for Vaughn. Love Vaughn, love him to death. That shit was a wake-up call to me. I lost my brother, my older brother. I lost my little brother, which is Vaughn. You understand, Dirk lost a lot of niggas. So he emotionally, see, I've been there, so I understand his thought process. Even though everybody like, oh, he's stupid. He's really not stupid. He just don't, he doesn't think like you think because of the simple fact that, yo, he lost people. That shit hurts. And I remember the interview that Wallow gave. He sat down with Dirk and his crew in Chicago, him and Gilly. And Wallow cried. A grown-ass man that did years in prison saying, I forgave the nigga that killed my brother. I had to do that to be here with you niggas today. And you know what Dirk said? He said, this nigga really crying over this shit. But that lets you know the mind state of Dirk. You talking about a dude for 30 years. Now, I ain't say 30 years. I say 15 to close to 20 years of his life. He been a gangster. So revenge and sliding on niggas, that's all he know. He just got lucky he had talent and he made some millions. And he helped other niggas make some millions. But that street shit, that shit don't leave you. You never want your friends that you grew up with to call you a sellout. Or, nigga, you don't care about us no more. And you're talking about a nigga's like, well, he 30, he should get it. No, nigga. He been doing that shit for 15 years of his life. Have his fucking life. He don't get it. He didn't get out the game early like he's supposed to. He didn't stop hanging around niggas that can still influence him. All right, oh, he's stupid, he's stupid. Listen, yes, it seems stupid to us, but y'all was the same niggas talking about, hey, why ain't sliding for Vaughn? And listen, Dirk ain't had to slide for Vaughn, nigga. I'm gonna tell you the real reason why Dirk got caught up. Real talk. Because Dirk probably did a lot of fucked up shit before this situation. Or what they're talking about that, you know, he's accused of doing, right? What fucked Dirk up was when his brother died. He didn't have somebody around him to tell him, no, we ain't gonna do that. His brother was his rock. His brother was the one that made the reason Lil Durk is richer than y'all think he is, because he's actually very rich. He got some money. He got millions. Lil Durk is probably worth over $50 million. I'm just telling you that now. But you know why? Because his brother. God rest D-Thing life. God rest his soul. Listen, when that nigga got killed, Durk was done. He was done right there. See, because one thing, you got Vaughn on one side. Listen, I love Vaughn. Like, the dude could have been like, great talent. Like, he was different. He remind me of my little homie, Lil Gerald and shit that died. He remind me of him. Niggas was like that. Listen, them niggas, they, like, for some odd reason about niggas like Vaughn and my little homie, Lil Gerald, them niggas, they didn't have fear. They enjoyed that shit. They enjoyed street shit. It's just something about those type of niggas like that. I can't fully explain why they like that, but they enjoy that shit. They enjoyed the streets. The streets called them. They listen, they could have been anything in the world. But that street shit, it's like a drug. It keeps calling them. And the one thing about niggas was like Vaughn and my little homie Lil Gerald was that they understood how powerful they were and how beloved they were. They understood it. But they just didn't care. And they didn't have enough time to grow. When you a street nigga like that, you don't have time to slow down. Everything is fast paced. Life moves fast. Only time stop is when your ass gets sit down in jail. And then when time really stops for your ass is when you're dead. You gotta understand niggas that don't fear death. And I'm one of them. I don't fear death. So you gotta think of the mind state of some of these dudes. If you don't fear death, listen, niggas feel, a lot of these niggas fear jail more than they fear death. And that should tell you something. The thing about me that was different from a lot of my niggas, I feared both at the time. Right? I feared death and I feared jail. Because I looked at being in jail as like being a slave. And that shit is a fear there for me. Dying, you don't want to die. Nobody want to fucking die. I mean, you have the mind state of doing shit and not caring about dying, but you care. You think about any real motherfucker that come from that type of lifestyle, they think that they know. Let me just be very clear about this. Anybody that come from that lifestyle, we know we can die. We know that for a fact. We know that's a part of the game. We know dying and going to jail is a part of the game. But we know we can die first before we can go to jail. So jail is like second nature to us. Like it's not second nature, but it's like second to us, like of fear. The first shit is always death. When Pac say it's death around the corner, it means that nigga, you can walk out your house and walk around the corner and get killed. We know that. We fear that. We see that right then and there. We understand that very clearly. But if you got a motherfucker that is willing, it's not that they ain't scared. It's just that nigga, I'm okay at dying. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to go to jail. No gangster, no real gangster want to do either one of those things, or even one of those things to happen to them. But you don't fear it. I told y'all, look in the eyes of a real motherfucker. You won't see, you'll look in certain people's eyes and you'll think that these niggas they have no care. Listen, I always told people I know for a fact I can look in certain dudes' eyes and tell you that they're a killer. A killer got a bond in a way, right? It's a connection. You can see it. That's why I say I've been around real killers. I know what a killer is. You look in the motherfucker eyes. Listen, Dirk, he wasn't the same after his brother died, man. It just wasn't. His rock was gone. His shit that kept him to not make stupid mistakes. You listen to Dirk's song. I listened to Dirk's song a while ago, just yesterday. And he said some shit in the verse. He said they asked him where he gonna be in 10 years. He said, I'll probably be in the feds. I'm gonna be in the feds. I told you, when motherfuckers speak certain shit, it comes to reality. And at the same time, if you know this is going to happen, you move like that. You don't keep speaking a certain type of way for shit not to happen. A lot of motherfuckers know what's going to happen to them. So when a lot of people coming out now, oh, Dirk was stupid. No, Dirk already knew. Dirk already knew. You listen to King Von, he tell you. He say, nigga, listen. When I die, the murder rate gonna go up. He wasn't lying. My niggas gonna slide. He wasn't lying. Cause real motherfuckers like that predicts what was gonna happen to them. They see it. A lot of motherfuckers like that live on borrowed time. They already know it already. They already see their future. It was a little different for me because, like I said, I couldn't see my future. I couldn't see it. I just thought I was going to be what I was. Right? Like, I couldn't predict where I am right now. Nigga, that's why when I turned 30, it was in suicidal thoughts. Because I was like, what the fuck I supposed to do now? Because I didn't predict that. I didn't predict where I am now. I was really an in a moment street nigga. So I didn't see anything outside of that. Nigga, my world was street shit. That was just what I seen, my reality. I adapted to. One thing about me was I adapted to shit. I always can adapt. That's just a part of who I am. You can say it's a gift and a curse. I can adapt to shit. So once I can adapt to something and I find out how that shit work and how I gotta move and whatever, that's what I do. That's what I focus on. I get laser focused. I can't think about shit outside of that. But motherfuckers like Vaughn and a lot of them niggas, they already know they gonna die. A lot like Lil Durk, he already knew. He already knew, nigga. We with the feds. Them niggas know. So everybody sitting around, oh, Durk's stupid. Durk ain't stupid. He knew this was gonna happen. He knew. You hear all these niggas supposed to be Durk ops and all of that shit, but these same niggas talking about peace. The King Yeller, sit your goofy ass down, nigga. You one of them niggas in the hood that tried to be tough all the time because you was a light-skinned nigga. They made you have to prove yourself because you was a light-skinned nigga. See, I know how that shit goes, nigga. And so now you sit out here and you talking about, oh, you know, I see how I'm better than all these niggas. I made it. Nigga, you got a due date too. What are you talking about? Everybody want to be still gangsters, yo. If you ain't in the game, why you still talking gangster? You're not a gangster. I'm not a gangster, people. I'm not a street nigga no more. Why does everybody want to still act like they gangster niggas on this internet and you ain't in the streets? You ain't active, nigga. If you ain't in there putting in no work in these streets, you ain't active to be speaking on street shit. Or acting like you tough. You're not. And I told y'all a long time ago, the reason what happened to Lil Durk and a lot of these niggas that's dying or going to jail is because they want to have one foot in the game and one foot out. And that shit don't work. That's why Lil Durk is locked up. It's not because he's stupid. It's because this nigga don't understand or could not comprehend. Hey, nigga, you cannot have one foot in the game and one foot out the game. Look at all the niggas that did it. They dead or in jail. Look at them. And ain't nobody around them telling them that. Or they don't keep those type of people around them to keep telling them that over and over again. That's why Durk locked up. Fuck. I don't even like talking about this shit because the simple fact, yo, this shit ain't complicated, bro. Nigga, it ain't about being a tough nigga in the street. Nigga, I was like that in the street, nigga. But that don't mean shit to me now. It doesn't mean anything. Because that shit matters no more. The shit is heartbreaking. You think I'm like, damn, you hit Charleston White, stupid, goofy ass. That nigga, you're a federal agent, nigga. Listen, oh, I'm glad he locked up. Nigga, I'll be glad if they lock your ass up for saying that. You just got arrested for some fuck shit, and then you want to sit out here and tell how bad Lil Durk is. Nigga, like you better. And niggas on the internet riding with, some of you motherfuckers riding with that shit. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We'll be right back. All right, people, we back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channels down there scrolling below the screen. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building, and make sure you guys share the videos, man. It keeps the movement pushing. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, you know, going off on that rant, man. It's just like, yo, I like, shit irritates me when I see people on like YouTube and social media, they talking about this shit. It's like they have no real clue about why some of these niggas be doing the shit that they do. It's a reason why. It's not they stupid, bro. It seems stupid to you, but it's not stupid to me. I understand why Lil Durk did a lot of the shit he did. If you in that type of mode and you in that thought process, yo, like that shit is not stupid. It's stupid to motherfuckers that don't live that life. We can all, like, if you ain't living that life, you be like, yeah, these motherfuckers stupid. He's stupid. Durk's stupid. But if you a part of that lifestyle, that shit ain't stupid. It ain't stupid at all. Think about it. Where Durk really fuck up, I told you his brother was one of the real reasons. The other part was Durk allowed the dude to be around him. He wound up, Durk got caught because the nigga snitched. Nigga wore wire. They wouldn't have never put that shit together, that Durk had anything to do with that. They probably locked the niggas that they locked up, they probably got them. But they might not have got them for doing that shit. Right? But it was a nigga OTF jam or some shit like that. Some nigga, he wound up wearing a wire and snitched on Durk. He wore wire. He set Durk up for whatever fuck real reason. It'll come out soon or why he did what he did. But these niggas ain't real no more. Told you. Listen, let me just be real like about that shit. Listen, I'm not even in the streets like that no more. I don't hang around a bunch of niggas. Listen, women seem like they're more realer than the niggas now. Some of these niggas. Like, honestly. I don't hang around people, y'all. I don't hang around dudes, man. Like, yo, seriously. Niggas ain't real. Like, yo, ain't nothing real about niggas. I'm old school, yo. Like, I don't hang around niggas that I know that run their fucking mouth all the fucking time. Telling everybody business and shit. Starting shit. Like, yeah, nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. See, that shit'll get you killed back where I come from. That shit'll get you killed. Running around, running your mouth. Niggas talking about women too emotional, but a lot of these niggas around here running their mouth like a bunch of bitches. That's all they do. Durk got caught up. Listen, nobody would have knew none of that shit he did. The nigga, what, Brick Baby from LA. This nigga sitting out here on podcasts saying, oh, you know, remember the nigga that died? He ain't speaking no more. It was almost like, nigga, you put a target on Durk back. You supposed to be his man. Fuck are you talking about? Why are you running your mouth? And then the nigga come home from jail for doing 12 years. OTF jam. This pussy ass nigga, I don't give a fuck you was a killer in the street. I don't give a fuck how tough you were. You ran your mouth like a bitch. If you gonna be a street nigga, be a street nigga. What comes with the codes of the street nigga, shut your fucking mouth. Take your lick like you supposed to, nigga. That comes with the game. Everybody like, oh, Kenny, you trying to be on the street shit. No, nigga, listen. You don't run your mouth with certain shit. If you involved in certain shit, I don't give a fuck if you're in the game or not in the game. Shut your fucking mouth. That's like me snitching on my man or that I got a problem with, snitching on him, saying, oh yeah, you know, yeah, and call his woman up and say, hey, you know what, yeah, Andy was cheating on you, girl. Because I'm beefing with him now? I got a problem with him now? I'm going to snitch on him to his girl? That's what you suck-ass niggas is on? So ain't got just no streets, nigga. This is about principles, niggas. And morals. Stand on business. Don't get into some shit that you can't handle. Don't do shit or get involved in shit and you ain't built like that no more. If you ain't built like that no more, or if you ain't built like that period, don't get involved. That's the whole point. But anyway, let's move on, people.
Watch the white woman across the stage, he'd still be in Chicago.
Right.
So it's a lot. Barack had characteristics that gave him outs. It's easier. She's married to a white man.
Yep.
She's mixed.
Yep.
She's got a dicey history. They got pictures of her glamorous. She looks good. And you know what they say? You know, they give her the dumb blonde energy. It's much easier. It's much easier to get your jokes off. And everybody cracking up, thinking it's funny, laughing. And when it's easier to get your jokes off, it just is. And it's unfortunate that like we grew up in a culture where those are sort of things that we talked about.
And that brother is not lying. In the black culture, we have this thing, especially black women too, right? Mainly black women. You see, if a black woman see a black man with a white girl, she definitely feels some type of way. Now you go to the black man, a lot of us may not feel that way, but it is still some. That you see a black woman with a white dude, you like. Listen, people, I won't deny it. When I see black brothers or black sisters with white men and white women, I listen, I had no problem with it in a way, right? Like I really genuinely don't, but I'm gonna be honest. Listen, man, part of me be like, yo, y'all niggas ain't learning? Like, nigga, this ain't what it's cracked up to be. It's not because I'm envious of it, or I am hating on it, or some shit like that, or I'm mad about it. It's just like, yo, I'm concerned. Y'all don't understand what the fuck what's going on in the world? In this country? Like, that's how I look at that. Like, it's not the hate or envy and no shit like that. It's just like, I'm concerned. I hope they know what they're getting into. That's all I'm saying. That's how I'm feeling. But some black men, I know a lot of black women, they see black men with white women. Oh, nigga. Woo. That's why they be out here. Ain't no good black men. Fuck black men, and then they go right around and go fuck with a white girl, or they go lesbian or some crazy shit. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. People don't want to say the real. I say the real. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck who get offended. I hope you offended. Because the truth should hurt. And if I ain't talking to you, it shouldn't offend you or hurt you. But listen, and black men, listen, some black men disdain for black women that fuck with white dudes. Woo, woo. You already know, as a black person, you got an issue with white men. And people don't want to say it, I'm going to say it. Listen, a lot of black men, We don't really like white men. Cause of the history. And believe it or not, and how we got treated. Like, seriously. We don't really like white men like that. We may not hate them. Some may do, but we don't hate them. We don't care for them. We don't fuck with white men like that. And black men, people don't want to say that shit, but black men. And then we see one of our sisters with a white man. Oh, nigga. The stain. Ugh. Vote for her? You couldn't find a nigga? I'm telling you. Everybody want to see them play this game like this don't exist. Brother, like, you couldn't find a brother? Oh, you got to go murder the white man. Oh, to get up. Oh, okay. And you look at it. She's supposed to have had a relationship with Willie Brown, a brother, older brother back in the day, right? Called her a whore for that, right? Then she steps up her level or whoever she fucking with the white Jewish dude. And then she goes up to be whatever she gonna be. It was like, oh. Now some black men like, oh, the white man only can bring you up. Listen, I'm just telling you how some brothers probably thinking. That's why they probably got a disdain for Vice President Harris. This brother, he's not lying about what he just said. I'll tell you something, though, that'll fuck your mind up, right? I know some black women that fuck with white dudes. But when it comes to getting on cold and fucking with, riding with us, nigga, they riding. Know a couple of black female friends of mine. I told you, my sister back in the day used to fuck with a white dude. I ain't no problem with yo was good. I told you he was the only white dude I would allow to call me nigga at that time. You know what happened with him? I haven't seen him in like over 2 decades, but I'm just saying, like, listen, he wound up getting with a white girl. His mother and father was racist as shit. They was racist. They was from, I think was they from Germany or some shit? Might have been. They were from Germany. They was racist as a motherfucker. They pretended they liked black people and shit. The daughter she was like one of those white chicks that was like, I fucked her. I ain't gonna lie. I fucked the sister. Fuck my sister, I fucked this sister. But anyway. But and it wasn't like that. I ain't fucking sister because he fucked my sister. But it was, But I hit her one time. Pussy was trash, though. It was trash. She was... See, one thing about when chicks are around fucking other dudes in the hood, like, because the pussy be trash. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know a chick with good pussy, right? And she ain't fucking everybody in the hood. My thing was I liked it to have sex or fuck chicks in the hood that didn't fuck all the niggas in the hood, or niggas ain't want to fuck them. That's the type chicks I want. I like the good pussy. I ain't like all that. Everybody fucked it. That I fucked her. I wasn't like that. I fuck chicks that you wouldn't think I would fuck. But anyway. But yeah, motherfucking his mother and father was racist as shit. I ain't gonna say they were full-blooded racists, but they damn sure was bigots. You know what I mean? And like, yo, I didn't have a problem with it But I always did look at my sister a certain type of way of like, you couldn't find a black dude? But no lie to you, the white dude treated her good. He genuinely cared about her. And she started fucking with some black dudes and shit like that. You start to see niggas mistreat her. That happened. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Listen, it's real truth that a lot of the stereotypes of that shit. But listen, for me, I used to try to fuck white chicks just to see what it was like. I wasn't infatuated by white women. That just wasn't. Like, that wasn't nothing that I like, kind of like, oh, I want to be with a white woman or some shit like that. Nah. I just, let me see what that's like. You know what I mean? And no lie to you, because I didn't fuck a lot of white chicks like that, because I just wasn't interested in white chicks like that. I just was interested in black women. Like, you know what I mean? That was just my thing. Like, that's what I was attracted to, right? But I'm trying to think. I had I could say about 3 white chicks I ever had sex with. And one, the pussy was trash. Then the other one, she couldn't handle the dick, so it was, it was a confidence booster, if you want to say, right? Then the other one I had sex with, it was just a weird situation of like, yeah, the pussy was good, but it wasn't, I could listen, that last one I had, I could see why some black men be like, they like white women because they submissive, right? It was more like the pussy was good, but it was more of, the attraction for me was probably more of how she treated me, right? She was more submissive. So I can see how black men can do that, right? Or want to get with a white woman because of that. But it still wasn't, it wasn't a black woman. Like it just, like after a while, you started to see like you couldn't have real relationships with her. Like I couldn't see me having a relationship with her because I couldn't have. It almost came off like she was infatuated with me, and I don't like that. I don't like nobody being infatuated with me because of the color of my skin. No lie to you. And I didn't like that her peoples was racist towards black people. She would never invite me around her peoples and shit. But you can come around my peoples, but I couldn't come around your peoples because your peoples was racist. And so that was like it was a turn off after a while. Like it was just like, oh, whatever. That happened to me. And so that's why, like, I knew right then and there that last one, or the white chick I had a sexual relationship with, I knew right then and there I could never marry a white chick. Ever. People might be saying, Kenny, you trying to group all white people. No, it's not that. Because I know certain people that got certain different relationships with white women, with their white families and shit is good. But for me, I knew that I couldn't have a real conversation with it. Like, I can't do that with some white women. I'm not saying all white women like that, but I just knew I wouldn't be able to marry or settle down. And I was hoping I never had no children with them. Like, honestly. Because I just was like, it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. Because you gotta understand, I'm still like, even though I ain't in the streets and no shit like that, and I ain't glorifying none of that shit, right? Excuse me. I don't. I got like that. I got a street mentality, right? So I'm coming from around being around blackness, and I move that kind. I move in my blackness. I don't move like in this multicultural type of shit. I'm really actually genuinely move like black. Like I move with my people, and I care about my people. My people. I always tell y'all, my people come first. So I don't know if I can have some type of white woman that can't understand that. Right? My culture means a lot to me. My people means a lot to me. So I don't. I need. I probably. For me, I need another. I need a black woman beside me that understand me fully, regardless of how submissive a white woman could be. It just wasn't enough for me that a white woman can be more submissive. She ain't bring like a lot of some black men say, oh, black women don't, white women don't bring the drama like black women. Okay, cool. I'd rather take that drama. Because at least I know when I speak about black issues, she can understand that. Listen, no lie to you, I just need somebody that could understand me fully. And black women do that for me, regardless of how toxic some people would say that relationship would be. But you know that black woman understands you. For me, ain't nothing like a black woman. Let's move on.
While Trump is eating into the Democrats' lead with black voters, the men I spoke to were quick to point out that black men, young and old, still overwhelmingly support Harris. The real issue, they say, lies with other voting blocs.
So I know everybody's saying the black men is the biggest shift in numbers. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't believe it. Polls can say polls, all that stuff can say what it can say, but when it's time to go vote, right, like, every year it's us.
We are not the issue, but we became the issue after Trump made a play for us when nobody was talking about us. But at the same time, we can't pretend that it hasn't become a popular talking point amongst black men in media who feel like they want to be provocative and drive up their likes and things like that. Like Charlemagne is in the commercial. He's in the commercial talking about Kamala. And you know, it's cool, but he's literally and it's like and it's popular. And we have to recognize that like Antonio Brown, it's popular. People calling her a whore, talking about her history. And it's like when I walk in the barbershop and I hear
and you think about that, right? This is a very well-educated black woman. College degrees, a law, like this woman is a lawyer, like prosecutor at heart. Like this woman is highly qualified in the realm of white society. And you have some black people siding with Trump, calling her a whore. The racist right wing calling her a whore because of the simple fact she dated some dudes that was powerful. But Melania Trump has no qualifications other than being a model. And I'm not trying to disrespect models, because it is a lot of very intelligent, successful models out here. But you're talking about somebody like Vice President Harris like she's not qualified. You go to her sex, or she fucked her way to the top to be successful. Let me just say this. It is black men that says fuck their way to the top as well. You have some black men have sold their soul to success. Like, what are we talking about here? But this is go of that narrative. The crazy part about it, you can't question her intelligence. You can't question her resume. So the first thing that Trump went with as a male chauvinist to say, or the Republican side or whatever, she fucked her way to the top. She's only in her position because she fucked her way to the top. They wasn't saying that she wasn't qualified at first. This is a woman that got her law degree. You know the crazy part about the people that call her whore and all that shit? Put that law degree, that law test in front of these same people that's saying that, hey, I tell you this, I couldn't pass it. And I ain't calling her a whore. I'm just saying. Calling her a whore. You put that motherfucking law test in front of them, that bar test in front of them, I guarantee they can pass it. Mind you, Trump said, hey, she failed it, I think once or twice or something like that. Trump, you don't even have a law degree. How you downplaying her of how she failed the test, the bar? You're no lawyer. Nobody looks at that. But the thing about it, half of these calling her whore and shit like that, she ain't qualified. Half of these motherfuckers couldn't pass the bar. You put it to them right now, they can't pass it. But they telling that she's not qualified. You call her whore, she fucked her way to the top. Listen, she did a lot of fucking to get there, I'll tell you that. If you were going off your stupid narrative, she fucked her way to the top and she made it. Melania Trump don't have no degree. She ain't qualified to do shit but be a stripper, a prostitute, and I ain't trying to disrespect models, but a model. To show off how pretty she is. That's it. She ain't got no brains. Listen to that bitch. She barely can speak English. This is how bad Melania Trump is. She stole quotes, a whole quote of what Michelle Obama did. But you question her husband about him being from the country, but you still from his American wife, which he's American too, but I'm just saying. Do you understand if Barack Obama wasn't from this country? Listen, let's just say this. Let's just say Barack wasn't from the country. He's married to a black American. Why would that matter? Why would that matter? He's married to a black American. So if he ain't from the country, would that matters? He's married. He's a citizen. Right now, they was questioning, was he born here? Listen, let me just say this. I want to make this very, very clear. If you're not a natural born citizen, you can't run for president. These are facts. So that whole birtherism shit, that shit was just straight blatant racism. Because Barack Obama he could have went to jail if he was not born in America. Do y'all understand how racist that shit was? You know how racist that is? That's racism. You cannot run for president even if you are a foreign person that came the right way. An immigrant that came the right way. Got your citizenship. You can't run for president. Excuse me. Do y'all understand that? That's how racist that is. Ask Donald Trump this. Ask him, can his wife run for president? See, that was the thing. If I was an interviewer, that's what I would ask him. I would even Melania Trump race his ass. Bitch, you are an immigrant. And you're probably only here because you married Trump. But anyway, let's move on. I would have asked that racist bitch this too. I'd have said, can you run for president? And you got your citizenship, you're a citizen of America, but can you run for president? And I guarantee you that bitch probably wouldn't know if she could or not. She may know now, but at that time when she was doing that birtherism, racist shit she was doing, she ain't know. She probably thought she can run for president. Stupid bitch. That shit is all basic racism, bro. And then mind you, let me say this to some people in the black community. Y'all running off of this shit, she ain't black. Let me just say this. Are y'all really black? What's black to y'all? Because my understanding, not even just my understanding, facts of what I know, damn near 90-some%, a little higher, of black people in this country ain't fully black. We all biracial. You think I'm lying? Look it up. Google it, nigga. Do whatever you got to do. But you black Americans, so-called foundational black Americans, you ain't fully black. I ain't fully black. Ain't nobody in this bitch saying they fully black. You know who fully black? Africans. And not all of them. That's the crazy shit about systemic racism. Slavery. You can see a charcoal black nigga. I guarantee you he ain't fully black in America. Stop lying to yourselves. These so-called foundational black niggas. You ain't even fully black. You not. We are like black in America. Oh, okay. The concept of black people is different, right? In America, right? Like, you say we foundational black people. It comes from we got this heritage that comes from Africa. They're the real black people. We're not really fully black. We're not really fully Africans. Put it that way. That's why some Africans look at us different. I ain't gonna lie to y'all about that. But to be real, the reason that black people in America, the foundational black people, the FBA or whatever, them niggas talk that shit, you want to connect to Africa. Because, listen, we know where we come from, a lot of us. But ain't none of us in America that so-called even foundational black people, we ain't fully black. We ain't fully African. We are mixed with white and all types of other shit. Native American, Mexican, all types of shit. Chinese. We're a melting pot of the country. That's why we are so scary to white society. And they know that. But you niggas like to run around here pretending that you the most blackest niggas here. Listen, bro, we ain't that. Listen, man, hey, at the end of the day, we ain't fully black. Ain't none of us fully black. We are mixed with shit. All types of shit. That's why black Americans are the most dangerous to white society. Because we mix with all of them. They know that. That's why they target us. That's why they continue to target us. You think they, like, black, for some odd reason, black people keep thinking in America that they're focusing on the Mexicans and all that other shit. They ain't scared of that. The one thing of what I do know for a fact, right, is that anybody that comes from a foreign, like from Africa or whatever country, they are submissive. They are submissive. They will cower out because of the simple fact they come from a country where people that look like them punks them. They run that country. They make them damn near slaves. So when they get over here with white folks and they see the black people, excuse me, they look at black people, they like, oh, y'all should be appreciating these races. And then you gotta understand, a lot of those different races of people, right? Even Africans, a lot of them come from being oppressed. You know why they was oppressed? Because the white people oppresses the people that look like us, oppress them, and then our people that's supposed to be in power oppress them. That's what happens in these countries. So when they get over here, they already fucked. So we get some not loyal Negroes or foreigners or minorities. They come over here and they side with white supremacists. They already know how to submit and comply. They have no fight in them. People say, oh, you know, the Mexicans, they stick together and shit like that. You know why that? Because they already know how to do that. They are programmed to know how to do that. They understand the power structure from being programmed from people that look like them. And they know why they being oppressed. Just like we do. A lot of us, right? But they know a little more about being oppressed than we do. We got one enemy, right? They got people that look like them that's oppressing them. And then they know that, and then they do their research, they know why that the people that look like them that's oppressing them. Now they know why, because it's the white racists or the Chinese. See, Chinese people don't get no pass. Y'all, a lot of y'all, some of y'all ain't gonna, a lot of y'all don't get no pass for me. Chinese people, a lot of them is just as racist. North Korean, they just as racist as white people. Where you think they got their tactics from? Why you think, did y'all hear that North Korea sent soldiers over in Russia? Why y'all think that? Why y'all think that? They siding with racists. Because they are racist. You ain't sending no soldiers over there if you want democracy. No, they sending that shit over there because, nigga, listen, they understand the power structure. They understand the racism. And y'all just, motherfuckers keep sitting here in America. They're like, oh, they're trying to blame Biden and all that. Nigga, listen. Let me tell you something. If Trump get in office, Trump understands the dictators. He's speaking to the dictators. So, yes, he's not going to stop none of those wars. That shit happened with Russia and Ukraine. He going to side with Russia. He going to side with the power structure. Who's more powerful? Russia or Ukraine? Only reason Ukraine is still even in the fight is because of America and our allies. That's the only reason. The dictators want to take over. They want to be more powerful in the world. Y'all not paying attention to what the fuck is going on. I know we got all these wars happening. That's because of Trump. Trump suck up the dictators. They found out that we got in the American government, we're voting in a dude that want to be a dictator. So our allies, they afraid, they fucked up. Like, what the fuck is going on? And our enemies were supposed to be our enemies. We're siding with our enemies. That's supposed to be our enemies. Russia, North Korea, even China in a way. Iran. They all over that beefing. We came to find out. Well, a lot of people came to find out that, you know what? Israel is not our ally. Now you got Israel bombing Iran. Why is that? Netanyahu is over there doing some shit that Trump trying to do here. Well, he ain't trying to do it. He already did it. Netanyahu supposed to have been out of office. He won't leave. Trump admires that. Trump said, I got to get the right people right generals and right people around me in the government where we can fuck all that shit. I stay in here as long as I can. He got the Supreme Court. Trump already got the Supreme Court. Trump good. He get in office, he good. Trump is going to put some shit to override the whole Congress. People don't know how in America, Congress is the most powerful motherfuckers in America. But if Trump got the presidency and he got the Supreme Court, oh, the country in trouble. And he got that already. See, I know about this foreign policy shit. I know how this shit works. I just don't like talking about it because, for me, it's irrelevant. Because I think that if we don't fix this shit here, then our allies and dictators and all that other shit, that's already in jeopardy. And that's what Trump is doing. Trump wanted to be a part of that dictatorship. He understands the power structure. He gets it. He's stupid, but he ain't that stupid. And I told you he have enough people around him that understands that. Let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Alright, people, we're back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. And if you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channels down there scrolling below. Make sure you guys hit the like button when you come in and out of the building, and make sure you guys share the videos. Alright. But yeah, man, people gotta understand that. Oh, I don't talk about a lot of that shit of foreign policy. It's not that I don't know about it. It's just irrelevant. The country in America is fucked up right now because of racist people. And these so-called, I'm a good religious person. Religion is fucking this country up. These religious racist people, and I'm just being honest about that. They tried to blame Minister Farrakhan for this shit, but we come to find out that it's the white evangelicals that's really fucking the country up, and they have been fucking it up for decades. They've been pushing this racist shit for decades. I'm a historian in this shit. I know exactly what the fuck is going on. The problem is a lot of y'all don't. Because you don't research and you don't have the time for it sometimes. Whatever the reason is. But, well, I know about foreign policy. I know why shit is happening. With the foreign shit, the wars and all that shit. I know why that shit is going on. It's just that y'all don't pay attention. I'm trying to blame it all. It's the president. The president don't got that problem. Like, nigga, you can't go to war if the Congress don't sign off on that. Why you think we think George Bush, that shit in Iraq and Iran and Saddam Hussein and Bin Laden. Why you think that happened? That was because Congress signed off on that. The president can't just go to war with a country. He can't do that. He got to run that shit through Congress. And y'all don't even, a lot of y'all don't even understand that. Anyway, let's move on.
And I hear people saying these things. I'm like, yo, you bugging, dog. What that got to do with anything?
But if the goal is to win the race, we gotta put some pressure on white women, bro. We gotta put some pressure on the Latino community.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, as it concerns the Latino community, this morning I joined.
I don't want to put no pressure on the Latino community. Because let me just say this to the Latino or the Mexican community. Listen. Vote how you want to vote. You come from being oppressed. And you come over here and you want to side with people that oppress black people. Well, you acting like they going to come for us first. They going to come for y'all before they come for us. So, the Latin, I'm not trying to have that conversation with the Latino, the Mexican community. You go ahead and side with racists and see what happens. We tried to warn you as black people. That shit ain't got nothing to do with us. I ain't trying to warn no motherfucking Latinos in the Mexican community. No disrespect to y'all. Fuck out of here. I'm not trying to warn y'all about nothing. That's on them. You think that you the motherfuckers gonna get deported first. You the motherfuckers that's gonna get enslaved first. Listen, we last on the list. They want to get all of y'all out of the way before they get to us. Because I keep telling y'all supposed to be our allies in the black community. But y'all want to play this game? Some of y'all, go ahead. I told y'all, listen, to the Mexican and Latino community, y'all keep really genuinely, y'all think this is about y'all. No, it ain't. They're trying to get rid of all y'all so they can get to us. We're that threat. You keep thinking that y'all that threat. That's what they promote. They put out there, y'all the threat. It's not. Y'all ain't the threat. We're the threat. How did they get rid of y'all ass? Send y'all away, Trump say he gonna deport and all that. How did he do all that? Who you think he coming after? Black folks. Which is the real racist agenda. To come get us. Because to them, all y'all do is keep your head down and don't say nothing. Y'all keep working. You work harder than everybody. They going to enslave y'all. If they do keep some of y'all, they going to enslave y'all first. Because they know it's easier to enslave y'all than it is to enslave us. But y'all playing like, I don't even, listen, man. I've been on this earth 43 years, bro. Ain't no motherfucking way that Mexicans and Latino people in America siding with racists. Like, so to me, that means some of y'all are racist. That just is what it is. And we already know that through history too, how you treat black, Afro people in your country. So I already know that. But you motherfuckers want to come in and pretend that like it's about y'all. It ain't really about y'all. They just want to get rid of y'all. So they can get to us. Because if they can enslave some of y'all and get y'all to sell out how they do, It's easy to manipulate y'all than it's easy to manipulate us. Oh, a lot of black people will die before we be slaves. I just want you to know that. But y'all okay with being enslaved. And the white supremacist knows that. So don't try to come here and act like, oh, we the problem. No, bitch. The Latino community, I don't have nothing to say. Do what y'all do, man. Like I told everybody, you gonna fuck around and find out. Keep playing around with that racist shit. You know the crazy part about it though? Because you know I love history, people. Listen, some of these races, Latinos and Mexicans, some of them come over here and they be racist to black people and shit. We ain't steal your land. You know, California, Arizona, Texas, that was all Mexico. Black people didn't help steal that land. We were slaves. And you racist towards us? You mad at us? We didn't steal y'all land. Fuck out of here, bro. Like I genuinely don't understand why some Mexicans and Latino people trying to sit there and act like we the issue. Y'all mad at us. The fuck you mad at us for? You being racist to us. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You motherfuckers, actually y'all bargained with the racists. You actually sold your land off because you couldn't fight no more. Did you know that? You sold the land to the racist white people. Because you couldn't fight no more. You ain't had no more fight in you. Scary ass niggas, man. Talking all that shit. We ain't had shit and we still fought for our rights. Y'all sold y'all land. Look it up. Google it, nigga, if you think I'm lying. But some of y'all come over with this disdain for us. Like, please stop, man. This shit ain't even fair anymore. Like, of speaking to some of these motherfuckers. Like, yo, y'all ain't even really like that. Listen, black people we got our flaws. Don't get me wrong in America. I'm not saying that. But some of you Latinos and Mexican motherfuckers come over here, even Chinese people. Ain't nobody do none of that shit to y'all. Nigga, we was controlled. They controlled us. We was slaves. We weren't no different than y'all. We actually was worse off than y'all was. We got programmed to go fight. And even the Jewish people, we got programmed to fight in a war in Germany, right? Think about this, my people. We got programmed to go fight in a war. Had nothing to do with us, right? And you know that black people, we did all that shit. And you know we came back to be slaves? The whole time we was fighting in that Germany war, our people was getting mistreated. Do you know that? Do you understand that black people, we went over there and fought in that war. You know where Hitler got his inspiration to do what he did in Germany? You know where he got that from? I'm gonna ask y'all in the chat. Do y'all know where Hitler got that from? To do what he did to the Jews. Even though he was a fucking Jew. But he did that. You know where he got that from? You know where he got that ideology from? Where he studied? Where he got his studies from to control a population? You know where he got that from? He got that from America. Because we was enslaved here. Do y'all understand that even though black people helped fight against Hitler, we was enslaved, we was disrespected, and we still went over there and fought for Jews. And you know where Hitler got his whole program from, his teaching from how the same races that dictated to us to tell us we need to go over in Germany to go against him, but the same racist people, his people came over here and got the same information to how to enslave us. You know how fucked up that is? They don't want to listen. They don't want to talk about that in the schools. They don't want to talk about that on mainstream media. They don't want to talk about that in the real on social media. They want to continue black people. Well, we fought in every war. What? We didn't, nigga. We ain't had no choice. We got made. They made us do it. The fuck are you talking about? Even after the Civil War in America, we still got made to go fight a war for these racist ass white people in our country. And then go and fight against some racist ass Nazis in Germany for some other white. A lot of them probably was good Jews, Europeans. We got made to do that. And they took everything that we was fighting against some shit. You gotta think about it. We was fighting against some shit. Right? We got involved, got made to fight against some shit. That in Germany, another country, that took they got their beliefs of tactics to their people from us. I mean, from racist Americans in this country, how they was treating us. And then our black asses went over there and helped them fight to take down the same people that they taught that shit to. Think about that. That's why I tell you, being black is strong, nigga. Nigga, you gotta respect our struggle. Ain't nobody like black Americans, nigga. Please stop. Ain't nothing like us. That's why we the most envied and the most hated in the world. We the most envied and hated. Ain't nobody can do what we did, nigga. And then still you see in 2024, you have black people still sitting talking about this is the greatest country in the world. Okay. All right. Listen, people, when I said it, I said it's still the greatest country in the world. I wouldn't want to live nowhere else. But I'm just telling you, just think about that. I can still say that. It's still the greatest country in the world. I couldn't live nowhere else. That's that you know how fucked up the outside of the United States and other countries are. How they will treat us, black Americans. We are not liked. We're not even liked in our own country. We ain't really liked outside of our country either. Don't get that shit twisted. Just because they want to dance and do all that shit to imitate us about, them countries hate the shit out of black Americans. Don't ever get that shit twisted. You niggas is tripping. You know the bad part about it, what I'm saying? A lot of black Americans don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh, he's just rambling. No, nigga, I'm talking facts and truth. They don't even understand it. That's why a lot of Negroes in America move around and try to pretend that they somebody. They have no care for others that look like them. That's why. Because we've been taught not to care about a nigga that look like us. We don't even respect our elders. We don't respect why the fuck we even got any rights. People that died for us. People, a lot of black people don't even care now. Motherfuckers sitting out here thinking that they deserve it. Listen, yeah, we deserve it, but we got to keep fighting for it. We don't get to give up. We don't get to just settle. It's way more shit that we need to do as people, as black folks in America. And you niggas just like, and like it seemed like you give up, some of y'all. Like, what the fuck, bro? You only here because of our ancestors. You ain't here because of you. You think that you only here for you? Because you what you accomplished? You really genuinely think that? I'm talking about black American people. You really think you motherfuckers live in this time? You really think, oh, I put in the hard work. I've been doing this shit for years. I've been putting myself in this. You really think that? Nigga, you not here because you're only here because our ancestors died and fought for us. And they ain't have all the education that a lot of us have or the opportunities a lot of us have. And you forget about that. You want to disrespect your elders that put in work. This ain't just a young shit. This motherfucker's my age too. You motherfuckers forgot. You ain't shit. You think you somebody, you ain't shit. You let a white racist piece of shit tell another black man that's a black white supremacist in South Carolina say he is a Martin Luther King type. Paraphrasing. What? When he fighting for freedom. This motherfucker talking about killing people that don't disagree with racist Republicans. Like him. He's a bigot. Then you had these black Republicans. You know, people say, well, black people are Republicans. Republicans are what? Listen, you don't have to be a Republican to have morals and principles, motherfucker. Okay? And if you know the history of black people, right? Or the Republican Party and Democrat Party, they both was racist. What the fuck are we talking about here? Now we want to sit there and they're like, oh, well, black people always been conservative. No, we wasn't. Fuck conservative we talking about. Because we believed in God? That's conservative to you? They use religion to hurt us. They use religion to kill us and rape and murder us. And you motherfuckers say that talking about, well, you know, black people is conservative. What? Neither party was about us back in the day. What the fuck wrong with y'all? That's why I stopped being religious. Because you niggas, some of you Negroes like to use religion to try to connect to racist ass white people. Christianity was created by racists. Do y'all understand that? Y'all want to sit here and pretend, oh no, it's God. No, nigga. Christianity was created by racist white people. I keep telling you Negroes, we are not religious people. We are spiritual people. We come from Africa. They are spiritual. They are not religious. Do you niggas understand that? You want to be this thing in America of religion. Nigga, we ain't religious. We inherited, not inherited, but we was made to, and taught Christianity and religion. We're not religious. We're not Christians. We're none of those dumbass religions. We're not even Muslims. We are spiritual black people. We don't believe in the same shit. We believe in trees and spirituality and times is happening and shit happening around us. We're not religious people, bro. We are spiritual. Get over that fucking religious bullshit. And no disrespect to religious people, but man, keep that shit. That's why I'm not religious. I know the fucking fake out. That shit was to control the population of the world. That's what religion was. The most free people is spiritual people. We see everything for what it is. Religious people, it's always an agenda with them. These are facts. If you think I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. It's always in history. The religion always got an agenda. Spiritual people move with the trees, the spirit, the wind. People that died, like we move like that. We don't move in no religious bullshit. Stop it. Black people in America, you are not religious. You're not Christians. You're not that. That's some shit we got taught. Motherfuckers are sitting around here talking that dumbass shit. Our ancestors were spiritual. I ever talk to a real African person, they don't talk about no God, nigga. Not in the way how we be talking about it. No way. That shit is spiritual. That's where we come from. Like even me, it's a higher power. I look at that shit as a higher power, nigga. It's not no God. It's a higher power, nigga. I don't know what that is. You don't know, as a spiritual person, you don't know who a God is. You ain't never met God. You just know there's a high spiritual shit that's going on. Life always been that. Until racist ass white people came and took over your country and did whatever they did. And you niggas just fell in line with it. We all have. And then you want to sit there and act like, oh, a nigga like me tripping. I ain't tripping, nigga. I ain't disrespecting religious people, but I know that shit is bullshit. Nigga, I'm protected by our ancestors. I'm protected by our spiritual people. That's what I know. I ain't protected by no make-believe God, nigga. These niggas are religion. All they did, and all you look around the world, all that shit is about war, about spirituality, and it's all about religion. Religion beliefs. The fuck out of here, nigga. You know, the only reason they even fuck with Africa, nigga, because we wasn't religious. That's why they went to war with us. That's why they try to take over our shit, and they did do it. And you niggas are still sitting out here talking that spiritual, that religious bullshit. Them niggas ain't never seen God, nigga. That Bible they talking about, that shit they ain't real. It ain't real. Ain't nobody in the 21st century can tell you that Bible is real. They lying. It's a belief. It's some shit that people carried down through generations of people for people to believe. They keep writing in it. You think I'm lying? Tell me I'm lying. They keep writing in it. How the fuck are we in the 21st century and motherfuckers saying we got to go back to with old ass shit? They got New Testaments and all this other shit. Who's the New Testaments? Who's these new niggas? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. These New Testaments. Who these new niggas? You know what they talking about? New niggas that wrote in it. New niggas that wrote in that Bible. You motherfuckers sit around and try to act like, oh, everything all good. It ain't all good, bro. They lying to y'all. Religion is trash. I'ma say it. Nobody else wanna say it. I say it. These religious motherfuckers are out of pocket. Why you think they in the government? Why you think they're trying to take over? All of a sudden now they care about politics. Why you think that? God should always be, we should all get back to God. What God they talking about? They ain't never met this motherfucker. They don't know him. All the shit that they talk about is old shit that people wrote in that so-called Bible. Nigga, I ain't no fool, nigga. I've been around a long motherfucking time. I ain't no fool, nigga. I'm good. Listen, I'm a black man. I know my heritage, nigga. We don't come from none of this religious bullshit. We are spiritual. We go with the wind, the earth, and how shit move. We go with karma. We don't go with none of that bullshit that they talking about in that Bible. That's where we come from. Now, somehow people lost their way. I get that. But that doesn't mean that our shit ain't true. You see what's happening. These niggas keep talking about God, right? Who's taking millions, thousands and millions of people out every year? Who's doing that? Is God that cruel to take everybody out from fucking storms? No. Like I told y'all, we all have a due date. God is, nigga, it's your time. Sorry. These motherfuckers is praying to white supremacy. Christianity is white supremacy, bro. All them religions in the world, whatever how you want to look at it, they all racist. It's always some bigotry there. It's always a discriminate against somebody that's different. You ever notice that? Mind you, people, you think gay people never existed? Or it's the devil came in and made people gay? Okay, well, fine. Oh, if the devil came in and made people gay, then why would you go out and cheat on your wife then? Was that the devil? The devil seduced me. Was okay. Well, why we don't have the same love and sensitivity towards gay people? If the devil was in them, but you a devil too, because you keep on cheating on your wife. Ain't that the devil getting angry? So why we don't have the same condolences or the same like love for people that do that, right? We going off that dumbass narrative. Listen, people, it always been gay people in society. Always. Hundreds of years, thousands of years, however you want to look at it, it always been gay people, man. Seriously. They want to get you that like, oh no, this is the religion, we don't do that. Then I tell y'all, you're not born gay. You're not born gay. Society's supposed to free you. Right? Or whoever you want to be. That's society. That's God created that man upstairs. That's what he created. He created everybody to be whatever the fuck they gonna be, bro. You know what I mean? Now, you got choices in society. And like I said, I could be totally wrong about this. Right? Hold on, give me a second. I could be totally wrong about this. I keep saying this. We don't know what's right and wrong, really. At the end of the day. Because ain't nobody met God. In the 21st century, let me just be honest about this. And tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me in the chat if I'm wrong. Have any of y'all talked to God? In the 21st, we're in 2024. Have you talked to God? Have you seen him? You telling me God, we seen God all the way back then. He got all this power. But we ain't talked to him. I know I haven't. I haven't talked to God. I'm asking any of y'all, have y'all talked to God or spoke to God or seen him? Or anything like that, that what they say in this religious shit. And it don't matter what religion it is to me. I think all religion is bullshit. I'm not an atheist, but I'm just saying all that shit is bullshit. They don't know who God is, nigga. They are lying. Ain't nobody met this man. They say this is God, who this God is. You don't know who the fuck he is. They're lying. They're trying to trap you, nigga. trap you motherfuckers into believing in some shit that you can't see. You know nothing about it. Ain't nothing there. You, where the God is. Well, it's just my belief. Think I believe in a lot of shit. That don't mean it's true. I know motherfuckers gonna be like, "Oh, Kenny, you talking about spirituality? How the fuck you get what the spirituality shit is? Spirituality is you live in reality. You don't live in fantasy land. So I just see shit for what it is. That's spirituality. Good and bad. I see it. I don't try to pretend to put somebody there, oh, if God came, he did it. No, nigga, no. Sorry. I'm not an atheist, but I'm just telling y'all, I just don't believe in their gods. We don't even know God. It is possible that it is a God, but we don't know that. We all sit around, we run around, and we try to pretend that we better than motherfuckers. Because I got a God, and there's a God I believe. You nigga, you don't know that God. You ain't seen him. You don't know who the fuck he is. But they lie. Pretend, oh, I know the God. I know my God. You don't know your God, bitch. Because you ain't never seen him. You ain't never talked to him. And if you did, you a psychotic motherfucker. You lost your damn mind. Like I told y'all, people, I don't want to disrespect religion, but religious people can't talk to me. Because they can't prove none of what they saying. Nothing. I guarantee you I can prove with everything I'm saying. Tell me the difference between a religious person telling you all the shit they tell you, right? Tell you gotta believe, and you just believe. Okay, now when I tell you, I ain't telling you to believe. I'm telling you, just see what the shit is and what it is. I ain't telling you believe in nothing. I'm telling you, all their beliefs, all that shit, tell me how that's working. I'll for you. I told you the one thing I know for a fact. We are born, right, from a woman's womb with a man's sperm. I know that for a fact. Right? The other part is, nigga, we gonna die. I know that for a fact. It ain't nothing in society, in life, that is sitting there. You niggas believe in shit because you need to believe in something. To, I guess, to fill your whatever the fuck, right? But there ain't no motherfucking, ain't nothing else outside of that. Those two things I just said. Nothing out of that. That shit is all make pretend. That shit is all like you just you believe in certain shit. But the real shit is that, nigga, we're born through man and woman. That's a fact. Number two is, hey, we gonna die. We got a due date. Everybody gonna die. Nobody lives forever. And let me tell you, you can watch all the movies you want to watch. It ain't enough movies in the world that you're going to live forever. It ain't enough technology that's going to make you live forever. You're going to die. So, I don't know what the fuck y'all motherfuckers is on believing in nonsense. These motherfuckers sit out here and got y'all believing in shit that y'all shouldn't even believe in. Keep giving your money. Keep supporting it. Oh, no. He's one of God's worshipers. Really? How you know that? How you know he a God worshiper? That motherfucker is using religion as a weapon. I don't trust no motherfucking religious person. And I say that with 100%. I don't trust none of them motherfuckers. Because I know they all lying. They all lying. No disrespect to what they believe or whatever. But I don't trust them. Never will. I don't trust no motherfucking nigga that's tell me, oh, God said this. And I heard from God. You heard from God what? Why we ain't heard this conversation? You heard this, so you that special that you heard from God? No recordings or nothing. You heard from God. Yeah, all right.
Someone is at the front door cam.
You motherfuckers gonna die lonely. Like I said, we all die. We don't even know how shit feel to be dead. These people trying to tell you, oh, if you just die this way, you can go to heaven. How they know? What's heaven? Have they been there? Have anybody been to heaven? I mean that shit. Have any of you motherfuckers ever been to heaven? Any of your religious pastors or whoever, have they been to heaven? They hoping and praying they this make-believe heaven that they got. They hoping that it's there. Excuse me. And y'all go along with that shit and act like that shit make sense. It doesn't. Excuse me. Fuck out of here, y'all. Seriously. You got these racist ass evangelicals coming out here telling us, oh, we need to just get back to prayer and everything gonna be good. How they know? How they know that we gonna get back to whatever? You don't know that. You're just trying to control people. That's what religion is. Do you understand that? If you control the population, this is history. This is a fact that I know. If you can control the population, I'm saying we got to get back to this. So we get all back to this. Program motherfuckers get back to that, right? And then now these people are programming their children for generations. That's what they did to slaves. Black people in America. That's what they did to us. Why y'all don't see that? Religion was a tactic they used to enslave us. And we still fucked up. They control us still through that shit. And y'all just act like that shit ain't, that shit don't matter. Man, whatever, man. Like I said, man. Whatever, man. I'm gonna hit everybody behind the scenes. Hey, Weezy, I'm gonna hit you behind the scenes. Y'all niggas, y'all ain't understanding, man. I've been doing this shit all my life, bro. And I'm telling you, I ain't never seen God. But you motherfuckers want to sit and pretend like y'all seen some motherfucking body y'all ain't never seen. And you acting like the history of this country, y'all act like that shit don't matter no more. But anyway, leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy, it's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.